Hello everybody, Game39 I'm back today with more Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox One, bringing you yet another car review. And today I'm reviewing a car that I had actually looked over quite a bit before. Like, I've seen this car in the game before, and I've seen it in races and heard of it and whatnot, but for some reason, whenever I've been in the auto show, I wound up skipping over it. And this car just seems kind of interesting. It's the 2014 Chevrolet Super Sport. And it's for free right now because I haven't downloaded it before, obviously. But I don't know what it is about four-door cars that are supposed to be fast that interests me. I guess it sort of just breaks the rules a bit because not every car manufacturer that makes a fast car will make it a four-door. It's usually a two-door, as you can see, because every other Chevrolet in this game is pretty much a two-door. Well, there may be some exceptions, but anyway, yeah, I'm just going to be reviewing the Chevrolet Super Sport. No, I know absolutely nothing about this car, but anyway, it makes 415 horsepower with 415 foot-pound torque, so that's pretty good numbers, pretty even and whatnot. It weighs quite a bit. It weighs 25 pounds shy of 4,000 pounds. So it is a very heavy car. And 415 horsepower doesn't seem like a lot of weight when dealing with 4,000 pounds. But we're just going to have to see. So let's go ahead, download the car, and see what kind of color options we have for it. Oh, that looks nice. A very cool looking metallic silver. A red, standard gray, metallic grayish color, black, and a white. I really like this. I'm going to go with this one. So let's just go ahead and obtain the car for free and just see what this car is all about. I'm almost tempted just to quickly Google it just to see like what kind of engine it offers, because I don't know if they actually put like a 6.2 liter V8 in it or anything else.
One of Horizon's top drivers is nearby. I've marked their position on your GPS if you want to challenge them.
Alright, so let's go ahead. You know, this could possibly be like one of the biggest sleepers in the game, except for like some other crazy cars, but like it's just, this looks like an everyday road car. Like, this looks like a car that you wouldn't double check on because you'd think that it's like just another Impala or Malibu or something. But anyway, let's just hear how it sounds. Okay, so it does have a flappy paddle gearbox. Interior looks really nice, actually. I like this interior. Alright, well, I don't know Chevys enough, but that sounds a little bit like the 6.2 liter. I'm not exactly sure. I just don't know Chevys well enough to distinguish them by the sounds. Whoop. I just downshifted. I didn't even hit the throttle and the back end kicked out on me. So far, braking and handling is actually pretty good on this car. I'm a little surprised. But again, the acceleration and speed are probably going to be things that suffer because of the weight and horsepower numbers. The power to weight ratio is very poor, if you ask me. But because we're not going that fast, it handles very well around the corners. I'm a little excited though to see what this car can pack when fully upgraded. It's probably only going to be pushing around 900 horsepower, but it would be really cool to see it push over 1,000. But I think the only Chevrolet car that I have right now that's breaking 1,000 horsepower is the Z28 Camaro. The 2015 Z28 Camaro, just to clarify. Alright, well, let's just go ahead, line up, and see exactly how fast we can go in a straight line. Alright, braking past 100. The speedometer only goes up to 180. I'm not being very optimistic that we're going to be hitting that though. Looks like we're going to be stopping or just hitting around the 160 mark maybe. And oh yeah, it was pretty close. 159.20. Alright, that's actually not too bad considering the power to weight ratio. If you ask me, you know, nearly 4,000 pounds, with making just over 400 horsepower. So let's just go ahead, fully upgrade it, and see what this car can do.
So what are we doing?
Alright, let's look at our conversions. We have a drivetrain swap, consistent with an all-wheel drive. Not going to do that. We have a stock aspiration or a supercharger. I'm guessing the stock aspiration is actually just a natural aspirated engine because I didn't hear any procharger or turbocharger. So we'll throw that supercharger on there and let's go to town on the upgrades. It would be very cool if this actually broke 1,000 horsepower, but I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to breach that number. Unless that supercharger and the cams really... Ooh, the cams boosted us up by, what was it, 128? Yep, 128 horsepower. But with everything else, I'm not quite sure we're going to be able to hit it. 713 now. Haven't touched the supercharger yet. Supercharger, oh, that boosts us up by 105, but with the oil and cooling and the intercooler, it looks like we're not going to be able to break 1,000 horsepower. 887 horsepower, that's actually not too bad. Although we are now breaking 4,000 pounds, but hopefully with a full weight reduction, it'll weigh closer to 3,000. Alright. I'm almost tempted to do the springs just to shave more weight off, but then it wouldn't be fair because I haven't done that with any other car. Okay, so the race weight reduction took out quite a bit of that sort of fat off, if you will. Alright, so we are pretty close to 3,000 pounds, but that's about it for weight reduction because now we're going to be putting some fat tires on there. So it looks like we're going to be roughly around 3,200 pounds. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so 3,188 pounds with that. See what we got here. Just a splitter and a wing. Yep. Alright, well anyway, let's go ahead and see how this car is now. Handling, I don't think it's going to be as good, but I'm pretty sure the speed and everything is going to be very much so improved. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds a lot better because now we're hitting higher RPMs, plus getting a little note of that supercharger. Man, the cockpit view though is definitely one of the best views for a supercharged car, or any sort of car with an actual aspiration on it. Wait, did I take off out of second gear? I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure I only shifted twice, and I was already in fourth. Alright, I'm able to hold it on the gravel pretty well. It definitely spins, but it's not kicking the back end out, so that's a good thing. Seems like weight distribution is actually pretty good on this car. Oh, whoops. Terrible braking there on my part. I must say though, I actually kind of look, meh. I actually kind of like the look of this car. So yeah, definitely wheel spin in second gear. Gonna have to watch out for that. Third gear, it seems like that's when it really catches grip, if I'm careful enough. Just got to see how I do off the line. This would probably make a pretty good drift car. Alright, let's line her up. Whoops. I thought I was in yeah, I thought I was in reverse back there. Alright, third gear, able to catch grip. Looks like we're going to be hitting over 200 miles an hour. Come on, 215. Can we? Ooh, nope, it started to struggle a little bit there at the end, but 213.77, that's pretty good if you ask me. Only 887 horsepower, I believe, and nearly 3,200 pounds in the car. I think that that's pretty good if you ask me. It definitely accelerates very quickly. It's just it starts to slow down at top end. When it reaches the 190 mark, that's when it starts to struggle a little bit accelerating wise. But anyway, my thoughts on the car: it's a good drag car. It would be a good drift car. I would not use it on the track though. Not with the rear wheel drive and this much horsepower. It just spins way too much and it'd be just way too much of a hassle for me to have to drive really slow around corners and be very careful on the straights. You know, on the straights, when it catches grip in third gear, that's when it really shines, but otherwise in the corners it spins way too much. But as a drag car, you could definitely make this a sleeper, because this, like I said before, it just looks like an everyday car. It doesn't look like an actual drag car or anything like that. You know, it's a four-door sedan built by Chevrolet. You know, the people famous for the Impalas and the Malibus. You know, like they made like SS versions of the Impalas and whatnot, but it's still not, like, they're not that popular with drag racing or any sort of track racing for that matter. You know, people, when they talk about drag or track racing in Chevrolet, they're going to refer to something like the Camaro or the Corvette. You know, they refer to the Camaro for like drag racing, Although now they can refer to the Z28 for track racing, but they also refer to the Corvette more as a track racing car. But anyway, I think like this car, it nails 2 out of 3 sort of racing criteria, you know, drag and drift, but I would not use it as a track car again. But otherwise, I actually do kind of like this car. I like the looks, the sound of it. I can't really say I like the handling though, because that's why I'm only going to give this car a 7 out of 10. Actually, no, I usually review cars as a track racing car, so I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. Just because it spins way too much. Like, I right there, I barely hit the throttle and it spun on me. Like, I'm not looking for a car where I have to barely touch the throttle in order for it to actually grip. I want a car that I can maybe half throttle it and not worry about it spinning on me. But this isn't a car that I can do that with. Like, I quarter throttled it right there and it spun on me. But anyway, as a track car, I would only rate this a 6.5 out of 10. But as far as a drag car, it probably depends. I'd probably rate it somewhere around 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. Just because it accelerates quickly and it catches grip somewhat quickly. You know, just in a straight line. But top end is where it starts to struggle a little bit more. But yeah, that's basically my overall thoughts on the 2014 Chevrolet Super Sport. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, or just give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me and my friends when I record with them, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll be uploading daily. And I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.